Say no to betting.
Say no to betting.
Say no to sports betting.
It begins with a simple idea that anyone can become rich, own their dream car, buy their dream house in the best neighborhood in town, shop designers in the most luxurious malls, use the iPhone. Sorry, my Android pals, nobody rates us. Simply anyone can afford to buy the life of their dreams. But the dark side to that is how easy these folks make it look. You don't have to sell anything, make anything, serve any value, or even meet anyone. Just 4 sure odds is all you need, and you are made for life. The question you fail to ask though is, how sure are those odds when the bookmakers sometimes collude to rig matches, when influencers are paid in multiple zeros in some arguably false advertising schemes to market these harmful products that get you hooked into an addiction that rather than make you money, instead leaves you at the mercy of the next loan app that is willing to lend you money? How sure are those odds when some bet gurus that share their betting slips for you to copy only invite you to their Telegram channels with a link that once you get in, you are served with affiliate links that make more money for these gurus via commissions? And it doesn't matter whether the ticket wins or loses, as these gurus are only placing a bet with the commission they get from you signing up with their affiliate links. While you, on the other hand, despite being promised wealth from nothing, is left with nothing. But that is not all. You get gaslighted into blaming yourself for not cashing out early. I guess only one game caught your ticket. Maybe next time then, right? This is a dark story about the illegal rise of sports betting and how these giant betting companies and their agents keep getting away with fraud. In our research into this topic, we found heartbreaking stories of popular sports betting companies defrauding their customers, agents of said companies using false sales reports to sell worthless betting shops to unsuspecting customers, people losing their houses, cars, and relationships, all to addiction to this gambling menace. I was stunned to discover the huge level of corruption and match fixing that happens in this industry. But what is more alarming is the increasing number of prominent and influential figures making millions of dollars from marketing and promoting this dangerous addiction that is consuming our society, with Nigerians spending $2 billion annually on sports betting. From our investigation into the sports betting industry, scam, fraud, and corruption run wild here, and I'm going to try to unpack all of that for you in this video. So get ready, we're diving into a deep rabbit hole here. Sports betting isn't something new. It has been around for centuries, but in recent years, it has become more accessible and widespread than ever before. Nigeria is one of the countries where sports betting has seen explosive growth, with over 60 million of the population engaging in some form of betting activities. I know when you get around to the millions and billions, things kind of become vague and all, but let's try to break that down. You see, Nigeria's population is estimated to be around 213 million people. So out of 213 million, over 60 million, which comes to more than 30% of the population, engages in betting activities. Even with the dangers of gambling addiction and its impact on society, especially among the young population, we still see well-respected members of the society endorse this activity, promoting sports betting brands to the same young population. I mean, how do you explain giving an influencer 200,000 naira to share to his followers who follow a particular betting company, and they need to show evidence that they have used that betting company in the past to place bets? Just give with the one hand and taking it back with the other, I see. A local newspaper, Business Day, made the stats look even more worrisome when it reported that over 60 million Nigerians aged between 18 and 40 years spent about $5.5 million on sports betting daily. That adds up to like $2 billion annually. But how did we get here? You see, the popularity of these betting activities didn't just happen out of the blues. There's a driving factor. As the industry started to see growth, many companies turned to high-profile individuals to promote their brands and attract new customers. Here is 𝗪𝗃𝗧𝗂𝗪, the football legend promoting Sportybet and Sportsbet.io. 𝗪𝗃𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗵 is a name that needs no introduction in the world of football. The former Nigerian international striker is one of the most respected and admired footballers in Africa, with a career that spanned over 2 decades. After retiring from professional football, 𝗂𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗵 became the brand ambassador of 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗍 in 2016, promoting the platform to his fans and followers across Nigeria. 𝗂𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗵's reputation as a sportsman and his popularity among football fans made him a natural choice for 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗍. As the brand ambassador, 𝗂𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗵 has appeared in 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗍 commercials, social media campaigns, and other promotional activities showcasing the platform's features and benefits. Another influential figure in this line of work is Davido, the music sensation promoting 1xBet. You see, Davido may be unavailable, but not 1xBet. He is no doubt one of the most popular and influential musicians in Africa, with millions of fans and followers across the continent and the world. He has won several awards for his music. In May 2021, Davido became the brand ambassador for 1xBet, promoting the global online betting company to his massive following. And then there is the football icon 𝗳𝗃𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗧𝗏, the legend promoting BetKing. In 2018, BetKing unveiled a new brand identity with 𝗳𝗃𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗧𝗏 as his king of the game. The new brand identity features a new logo, slogan, and website, which reflects the company's evolution and growth over the years. 𝗳𝗃𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗧𝗏 is one of the most respected and admired football legends in Nigeria and Africa. With a remarkable career that spanned over 2 years, 𝗪𝗂𝗧𝗏 played for several clubs in Europe and Africa, such as Bolton Wanderers, Paris Saint-Germain, and 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗂𝗏. He also captained the Nigerian national team and won several awards for his skills and leadership. As the king of the game, 𝗪𝗂𝗧𝗏's role as the brand ambassador of BetKing is to promote the company's vision of creating opportunities for people to become kings of their own destiny through sports betting. But is this social proof and aligning with influencers a way to whitewash what is really going on in some of these betting companies? BetNiger, as we already established, is a prominent online sports betting platform. It is the 3rd most visited website in Nigeria after google.com and youtube.com. That is according to Alexa, a global internet traffic ranking firm. According to a recent listing by IABC Africa, the company has secured a number of high-profile sponsorships, including partnership with the Nigerian Football Championship and the Big Brother Naija TV reality show in 2022. It became the official sponsor and partner of the Nigerian Professional Football League. But even as big and reputable as the company has built its profiles to be, something happened that left people wondering. 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗏, not a real name, was a successful ebook seller in Ghana. He made a fortune of 3 million naira from books he sold on game and lottery prediction. In 2022, 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗏 returned to his home country Nigeria to start a business in sports betting. He contacted and conveyed his intention to BetNiger's agent, who demanded a sum of 1.5 million naira from him to sell a shop in Lagos to him. The agent showed 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗏 an account balance that revealed the shop generated up to 150,000 naira for him every week. Elated, he paid for the shop. But a few weeks into the business, 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗏 realized the shop was not selling as he was told. He calculated his running cost to be between 25,000 to 30,000 naira every week, while his income was just around 4,000 naira. 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗏 began complaining to the agents who sold the shop to him, and they told him that he must have mismanaged the shop. 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝗏 listened to advice to furnish the shop with things that would make it more enticing. He spent almost 500,000 naira. With this, 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝗏 noticed a surge in patronage, and his revenue increased to around 10,000 naira. But his running cost did not reduce. It dangled around 25,000 and 30,000 naira. When 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝗏 finally lost it and complained bitterly to the agents, he told them that he was no longer interested in the business. The agent invited him to have a conversation, and they told him they knew the shop would not be selling, and the account statement they showed him was a fake one. The agent said the only shops that are selling and can bring income to the owner are the ones at the selling points, like the garage or bus stop or the markets. Those ones are owned by the agents themselves, and they don't sell them to outsiders. The agent admitted they had defrauded him, and now it is 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗏's turn to defraud another person if he wants his money back. 𝗬𝗍𝗂𝗏 agreed, but said he did not know where to find a buyer. The agents then quickly promised to find one for him, provided he is ready to give them a share of 200,000 naira from whatever he received. 𝗬𝗍𝗂𝗏 agreed. Within 1 week, the agents called him that they had found a buyer who was willing to pay 1.4 million naira. 𝗬𝗃 agreed to this without a second thought. The agents asked for them to converge in an agreed place to meet the buyer. When 𝗬𝗃 arrived at the place, the agents dragged him aside and told him that the agreed price with the buyer was 2 million naira, but his own money was just 1.4 million. 𝗬𝗃 realized the game that the agents were playing, but he had no choice. They had warned him that they had several other shops that could take the buyer to, should he complain. So 𝗬𝗃 agreed to all their terms. He just wanted to dispose of the shop and get his money back. 𝗬𝗃 noticed the same method which was used to defraud him was being played again. He saw the agents showing the buyer fake account statements saying the shop was making 150,000 naira weekly. The buyer paid the 2 million naira to the agent's account and he was given his 1.2 million naira. When the deal was done, 𝗬𝗃 asked the agents how they always got away with this fraud. The agents said they looked for someone who did not know how the business works, someone who cannot recognize a selling shop and the one that is not selling. They look for someone like 𝗬𝗃, who is new to the business. But this is not the only alleged fraud associated with 𝗪𝗃. One customer claimed that his account was blocked after he won 1.8 million naira from a bet. He said he contacted the customer service and provided all the requested documents, but they refused to unblock his account or pay him his winnings. Another user said his account was suspended after he deposited 50,000 naira and placed a bet. He said he received an email from 𝗪𝗃 asking him to verify his identity and address, but he did not have the required documents. He said he tried to explain this situation to the customer service, but they did not listen to him or help him out. Also, a third user said that his account was closed after he won 500,000 naira from a bet. He said he received a message from 𝗪𝗃 saying that his account was under investigation for fraudulent activities. He said he contacted the customer service and denied any wrongdoing, but they did not respond to him or reopen his account. As sad as all this might sound, the alleged fraud is not peculiar to 𝗪𝗃 alone. 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, an online sports betting platform operating in several African countries including Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, offers the best odds, fast payouts, and easy deposits, including to its website. However, its history and ownership have been shrouded in mystery. Despite this opaque ownership structure, 𝗪𝗏𝗏 continues to thrive, forming partnership with major football clubs in Africa and sponsoring major sports events in the region. Now, enough with the PR, let's get into the fraud. Jamal Aminu is an avid sports betting enthusiast from Ghana who was attracted to 𝗪𝗏𝗏 due to their lucrative bonuses and promotions. Now, after registering an account and depositing funds using his mobile money service, he explored the sportsbook and placed some bets on various markets. Upon winning a bet, he was disappointed to find that his winnings did not reflect in his 𝗪𝗏𝗏 account balance. He attempted to contact 𝗪𝗏𝗏's customer support team via the phone number and email provided on the website, but was unable to get through or receive a response. This made him feel frustrated and concerned that he may have fallen a victim to a scam. To investigate further, he searched for other reviews of 𝗪𝗏𝗏 online and found that many customers had similar complaints about not receiving their winnings or having their accounts compromised. However, there were also positive reviews from customers who had no issues with the company and were satisfied with their services. In two separate incidents reported to the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, customers of 𝗪𝗏𝗏 have accused the popular sports betting company of failing to address security breaches on their platform, leading to unauthorized withdrawals from their accounts. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, a police officer in Ogun State, alleged that 141,500 naira was fraudulently deducted from his Polaris bank account through his 𝗪𝗏𝗏 account in July 2022. He said that despite contacting 𝗪𝗏𝗏 multiple times, he did not receive a satisfactory response. 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 claimed that he was asked to provide an official letter from his bank before the company would take action, which he felt was unfair since the incident occurred on their platform. He also said that PalmPay, the platform to which the funds were transferred, directed him back to 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 for resolution. Similarly, Callistus Dede, a job seeker, claimed that his 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 account was compromised and 62,000 naira was stolen from him. He explained that he logged into his account and updated his card details before making a transfer of 500 naira. Shortly after, he received several debit alerts for transactions he did not authorize, totaling 62,000 naira. They alleged that 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗧 did not take responsibility for the incident and that he was unable to access his account until 24 hours later. He believes that the company compromised his account by logging him out after he updated his card details, allowing another user to access and use his information to withdraw funds. He claimed that the person even gambled on virtual matches with his money while he was logged out. Both Ayodeji and Dede expressed disappointment in 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗧's handling of their cases and suggested that the company's security measures were inadequate. One Baruwa Oladayo Hassan experienced an unauthorized withdrawal of 500,000 naira from his GT Bank account by 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗧 Nigeria. The victim claimed that he did not have any knowledge of betting and had never operated any account with any betting platform, including 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝘂𝗧 now. The victim said the bank staff checked the transaction on the system and told him that the money was transferred to 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝘂𝗧, but they claimed they could not do anything about it. The unauthorized transaction went like that, 500,000 naira. A check about 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝘂𝗧 on Trustpilot shows that the highest number of reviews about the company are negative and raises red flags for anyone who is into betting. These reviews allege that 𝗪𝘂𝘂𝘂𝗧 is a scam company that steals money from customers' bank accounts and manipulates their bets. Now, this immediately raises one question for us. Does it mean the positive reviews are from people that get commissions from signups? Let's talk about NairaBet. NairaBet in 2009 was founded as Nigeria's first sport betting company by Oloye Akin-Alabi. Since then, it has grown to become one of the biggest players in the industry, with both online and offline services available to customers. However, recent reports have called into question the company's practices and policies, with some users alleging fraud and deception. One user on Nairaland claimed that NairaBet refused to pay him his winnings after he bet a large amount of money on a low-odds single match. He contacted their support team when the payout was taking too long, but was shocked to receive a response stating that their payout was declined because it was won on a low odds. The user considered this to be fraudulent behavior, as he had not been compensated when he lost large sums of money on similar bets. Another user reported that his friend won 6 million naira from NairaBet, but the company refused to pay him. He had to report them to the National Lottery Regulatory Commission in order to receive his money. These incidents have raised concerns about the company's trustworthiness and honesty. One user had an experience with NairaBet's payout policy that left him feeling uneasy. He deposited money into his account to bet on a particular game with the intention of withdrawing his funds when he won. When he did win, he attempted to withdraw his entire account balance, but was told by NairaBet's support team that he could only withdraw his winnings. The user likened NairaBet's policies to those of a cult, as they seem to detect that once money entered their account, it was never coming back. These stories paint a picture of a company that is not transparent in its dealings with customers and may even engage in fraudulent behavior. But aside from fraud, scam, and other illegal activities, there is a problem with addiction. You see, everyone agrees that gambling can have negative consequences for individuals and society at large. And we don't need to spend hours in research before highlighting addiction, which can ruin lives, businesses, and relationships. Gambling addiction is a condition where a person becomes unable to control their urge to gamble despite being aware of its harmful effects. It can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, education, or income level. I came across a stat that blew my mind. 4 out of every 10 Nigerians engage actively in some sport betting activity. While the thrill of making predictions and winning money can be enticing, the consequences of sports betting addiction can be far-reaching and severe. Tens of thousands of young men have fallen into psychological depression and poverty, with many losing everything to their addiction, including their homes, cars, and even their lives. You see, The harsh reality of sports betting addiction and its impact on individuals and the society at large is a story that is becoming increasingly common in Nigeria. While some may view sports betting as a harmless activity, the stories of these individuals show that it can have serious consequences that go beyond just financial losses. According to a report by the news agency of Nigeria published in the Business Day, which we cited earlier, 60 million Nigerians, 4 out of every 10, actively engaged in sports betting activity. Another report reveals that Nigerians likely to bet on sports are typically males between 18 to 40 years of age. And of that number, more than 50% bet daily. So we have a sports betting addiction that is ravaging Nigeria's young population with no one talking about it. $2 billion is being spent annually, with most of it revolving around foreign sporting activities, mainly European football leagues. But the question is, if sports betting addiction could lead to devastating consequences, why are people too attached to it? What exactly draws people to betting? First, technology and widespread internet penetration has made sports betting readily available to the educated and middle class. However, it is the unemployed youth who are most vulnerable to sports betting addiction. Unemployment, especially among the youth, has been identified as the main reason for increased sports betting. Poverty in Nigeria cuts across the young and old, rural and urban dwellers, and even men and women. Nigeria has over 80 million extremely poor people. The figure recently was 130 million people, over 40% of the population, and recently that figure rose to over 60%, making the country the current poverty capital of the world. Sport betting is largely fueled by poverty, the state of the economy, and the need for people to make ends meet. And these companies have found a way to take advantage of the suffering of the masses. The sports betting companies use several strategies to lure people into gambling. One of the most common tactics is to offer attractive bonuses and promotions, such as free spins, cashback, and loyalty programs. These promotions are designed to entice people to sign up and place bets. Another strategy is to create a sense of urgency and scarcity by using countdown timers, limited offers, and exclusive deals. These tactics make people feel like they have to act fast or miss out on a great opportunity. Sport betting companies also use social proof and testimonials to show how other people have won big or enjoyed their gambling experiences. These tactics appeal to people's emotions and social influence. Even if some of these stories are false or using survival bias to selectively push the stories of the wins while neglecting the many losses of these individuals. You see, sports betting has become a significant industry in Nigeria. And while it offers many benefits to the winners and the companies, it also comes with dangerous risk. The rise of online betting platforms has made it easier than ever to participate in sports betting, but it has also made it more challenging to regulate and prevent addiction and harm. The Nigerian government has recognized the need to address the negative impacts of sport betting addiction and promote responsible gambling practices. The establishment of the National Responsible Gambling Program is a step in the right direction, but more needs to be done to protect vulnerable individuals and communities. But ultimately, it is up to you, the individuals, to make informed decisions about your participation in sports betting activities. By recognizing the risk and practicing responsible gambling, Nigerians can enjoy the benefits of sports betting without suffering the negative consequences. So, what is your own take on the sudden rise in sports betting activities? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.